Physical Development by Milestones. Before we begin, we need to know what is physical development. Physical development is the physical growth from the birth until the adulthood and the development of both gross and fine motor. And for example, finger movement that control over the body. Physical development also refers to the progress of a child's control over his body. This includes control over muscle, physical coordination, their ability to sit and to stand. So what is it, child development? Child development refers to how a child becomes able to do more complex things as they get older. Development itself is different from the growth. Growth only referring to the child when they are getting bigger in their size. So a pediatrician uses this development milestone to actually check how a child is developing. Physical development of a child can be seen from their birth until they reach the age of 12. During birth, infants cannot control their body movements as most of the movements are reflexes. Therefore, their nervous system is not fully developed. When they reach 7 months, a baby can sit unaided but with the guidance from the parents or guardian. And later on, when they reach 8 months, they can starting to try to crawl by themselves. And when they reach 9 months, a baby can already stand by themselves but using furniture. And by 11 months, a baby can already walk but still with a support. Moving on to see development child from 2.5 to 4 years old. During this stage, the child already likes to listen to stories and is starting to ask a lot of questions. And they love to play with the children of their same age. During this stage, you can see a child can walk around on his own. Whenever they reach 5 to 6 years old, activities that you can do with them is they love to catch a ball thrown from a distance of 1 meter. And you can hear they're starting to speak correctly, but of course in a childish language. And they begin to distinguish the right from the right to the left and from yesterday to tomorrow. The last stage of a child development, starting from the 7 to 12 years old, peer recognition begins to become important for a child during at this age. And for the girls, they are beginning to show their growth of armpit, their pubic hair, and also their breast development. And even for the girl, they are starting to having their first menstrual period.
So to summarize the meaning, you can say that a child is having a developmental delay when he or she is not achieving the basic skill he or she should possess at his or her age range. There are 4 main areas in which we can observe the skills of a child should have. The areas are thinking and cognitive, language and speech, which related to a child's ability to communicate. His or her motor skills relate to the movement of a child, and lastly social and emotional, for example throwing tantrum. So for newborn to 3 months old baby, the symptoms are all visible based on his or her motor skills. For baby between 3 to 6 months old, he or she doesn't grasp or reach for toys. He or she still can't support his or her head well. A baby is between 7 to 9 months. You should be concerned if he or she still can't sit independently, unable to get objects into his or her mouth, is not reaching for objects, When a baby is between 9 to 12 months, you should be concerned when the baby is unable to stand without support, isn't crawling at all, or crawling in a way that makes the baby falls more often. When a child reaches 1 to 2 years old, you can start observing his or her language/speech and motor skills. As a child grows, he or she has more skills to acquire. At the age of 3, if your child still can't use the steps, like he or she will fall off very frequent, drools frequently, and is unable to speak simple, short sentences, then you should be aware and please seek help from professionals. Now we'll be looking at the causes of developmental delay. These are the possible causes of delay, which are very general. The causes are hereditary, complication during pregnancy, genetic defects, and may also be because of premature birth. Do keep in mind that if your child is born earlier than expected, then do expect that he or she will have some kind of delay and might be behind of his or her peers due to the reason that he or she is actually younger than them. These causes will be based on what the symptoms your child is showing. It comprises of language, motor skills, vision, social and cognitive skills.
Let's move to motor development. First one, perceptual. Infants use their senses to explore the world around them and interact with it. Second, gross motor. They move around using their whole body to get active in building confidence to engage in social play. Third one, fine motor. It is small muscles on body which involves hand coordination and walking direction. The ability to handle small things are key point. Lastly, health, safety, and nutrition. Knowing when to request help and communicate with adults help in motor development. What is motor dysfunction? It is a complex interaction of multiple physical factors over time, such as weakness, dexterity, tone, and factors inherent to the individual child. Gross motor. It possesses weak body strength, unable to locate body's center of gravity. Fine motor. Troubles mastering self-help skills.